In Isaiah 28, Yah, the creator of the heavens and the earth, explains to Ephraim the errors of their ways and likens it to a drunken pastor, a priest or a prophet, but a pastor in modern day's vernacular. There's a phrase that he uses that a lot of people misunderstand, and chances are, if you've been in the biblical circle long enough, then you've heard of it. And also chances are that it's been misrepresented. So let's take a look at the chapter and get some more context. It starts out calling out the drunkards of Ephraim, who he says will be trampled underfoot. But they have also erred through wine, and through intoxicating drink are out of the way. The priest and the prophet have erred through intoxicating drink. They are swallowed up by wine. They are out of the way through intoxicating drink. They err in vision. They stumble in judgment. For all tables are full of vomit and filth. No place is clean. Whom will he teach knowledge, and whom will he make to understand the message? Those just weaned from milk? Those just drawn from the breasts? And here is the line in question. One thing I want to bring to your attention, though, first. Any of these words you see in italics are not actually there in the verses, in the original language. More often than not, they're added to give grammatical correctness and proper syntax, but normally are not from the words that are in the original texts. For precept upon precept, precept upon precept, line upon line, line upon line, here a little, there a little. So often this verse or these lines have been used to explain how we should study. That is to say, we should be careful or move slowly through our studies so that we can understand it better. But that's not at all the context of it. Let's take a look at the next verse. For with stammering lips and another tongue he will speak to this people, to whom he said, this is the rest with which you may cause the weary to rest, and this is the refreshing, yet they would not hear. Remember, he is describing a drunkard and how they sound, and then goes on to say this. But the word of Yah was to them precept upon precept, precept upon precept, line upon line, line upon line, here a little, there a little, that they might go and fall backward and be broken and snared and caught. You should really read the whole chapter. He goes on. He calls them out and says they should not be mockers. And once you actually hear this in Hebrew, this phrase, you get a better idea what he's talking about. And this is what it sounds like. Ki tzav letzav, tzav letzav, kav lekav, kav lekav, za'er sham, za'er sham. You see, he's comparing this to something that really doesn't make sense. Senseless drivel, if you will, from a drunken man. I would say it's the equivalent to blah, 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 where it's nonsense, because that's what he said his word became to them. So it's not a good thing. So if you want to know how to study, remember, it's the glory of kings to search out a matter. And that is biblical context. Shalom.